Und damit ein herzliches Willkommen zurück bei LA Noire. In der letzten Folge haben wir eine kleine Prügelschlacht überstanden und 2 Leute in Gewahrsam genommen. Dann wurden wir ins Zentralrevier gebracht und jetzt müssen wir, nachdem wir den Brief gelesen haben, diesen Typen hier verhören.
Improved your attitude, Angel?
What do you want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment and that was the last time I saw her.
Was war der letzte Kontakt mit dem Opfer?
So your wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight maybe. She didn't stay long.
Das ist gelogen. Wir haben ein Alibi von der Nachbarin.
You're lying, Angel. You went after her. I think you killed her.
You're out of your mind. My brother will tell you I was at home.
Aber die Nachbarin nicht.
We have a witness who confirms that you were arguing, that your wife ran out, that you followed her and didn't come back.
I know this looks bad, but it's not true. We argued, all right, but she went out and I went out after her and she jumped in a car on the corner.
There was a car waiting for her? Can you describe the driver?
Not the driver. It was too dark. But the car, it was a brown Ford Coupe.
Danke sehr für den Hinweis. Wie läuft denn der Scheidungsprozess zwischen euch beiden?
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing you. Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
Das ist gelogen, denn wir haben den Anwaltsbrief und die Scheidungsunterlagen vom Barkeeper gefunden.
I don't believe you, Angel. She'd been granted a decree nisi. She pushed you too far and you lashed out.
I told you. I wouldn't accept a divorce.
So, wo ist jetzt... Moment. Brief des Anwalts da.
The judge had set a date. You were going to be paraded in front of the whole city for your cruelty to her, Angel.
Antonia. Oh, Jesus. She came in drunk, out of her mind. She doesn't normally drink. She was looking around in her bag. Said she wanted to serve me papers. Me, her own husband. So I slapped her down. She ran out. That's the truth.
What size shoe do you wear, Angel?
Size 8. What difference does that make?
Gut zu wissen. Was ist denn mit dem Schmuck von ihrer Frau geworden?
When we found your wife, her jewelry had been removed. Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
What about the charm bracelet? Was she wearing that?
You know about that? She never wore it. She didn't like the message. She kept it locked up in that box of hers.
Wir haben ein blutbeflecktes Hemd in deiner Wohnung gefunden.
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
Falsch. Das ist gelogen.
Angel, I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Give me something or I'm going to have you charged.
My brother, Ippolito, he said some bad things about Antonia last night. So I had to sock him one. We got into it.
Keep talking.
She said she came from the El Dorado bar.
And?
It's not one of my places. We used to buy fruit at the market down the street. But the creep there was always running his eyes all over my wife.
What's the name of this fruit market?
Just picked fruit. Ord Street downtown.
Danke.
One last question, Angel. Do the words kiss the blood mean anything to you?
No. Sounds sick to me.
You're not in the clear by any means, Angel. You're going back into a cell. You should think about whether you have anything else you need to share with us.
Gut. Können wir jetzt zu dieser El Dorado Bar fahren?
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn.
Na, fahren wir jetzt zu El Dorado.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
Eldorado Bar, habe ich doch schon gesagt.
You don't think it's strange that all these murders are happening to girls who've been out drinking?
No. A broad drinks, she gets a bit tight, she starts mouthing off. This leads to that, and she ends up in an alleyway. It's a sad story, but this town's seen it play out 1,000 times.
Why don't you want to see a connection here?
Because there are perfectly good real-life suspects for every one of these murders. We don't need to go looking for the monster under the bed.
Wir suchen aber nach dem Ungeheuer unterm Bett.
What can I get you?
LAPD. Detectives Phelps and Galloway.
Diego Aguilar. How can I help?
You worked the bar last night?
Yeah, me and a temp guy from the agency.
Did you have a woman in here last night? 21 years old, Hispanic, drinking heavily?
We have a lot of ladies like that in here. But yeah, I know who you mean. Antonia Maldonado. Oh, what did she do?
She was murdered last night.
Oh, shit.
Do you know her well? Was she a regular?
Hell no. She was good and tight last night, complaining about her old man. It's a story you get used to working in a bar. She was so hammered last night, she left a letter on the bar. I'll show you.
Where's that
Danke.
goddamn waitress? Say, honey, what time did you get off waiting
Mann.
table?
Was haben wir denn da Schönes? Oh Gott, so viel zum Lesen. Ich hoffe, dass diese Musik jetzt nicht von YouTube geclaimed wird. Habe ich jetzt nämlich keinen Bock dazu. Klingt wie aus dem Dschungelbuch. Komm, lies alles schneller. Aha.
Divorce papers. Did you open them?
No need to. She was shouting about it and waving the letter around. Said she was gonna show him.
My eggs were running.
So. Dann reden wir mal mit dem Barkeeper.
Can you remember what jewelry she was wearing?
She had a necklace. Some kind of religious thing, I think. You know, the temp guy would have more of an idea. She took the beer he served her and cried into it all night.
What time did she leave?
Can't say for sure.
Did she leave with anyone?
No. She wanted a cab, but my payphone ain't working, so I couldn't call her one.
Oh, ja, ich habe was Falsches gesagt. Das ist Bewegung des Opfers.
Did Antonia say where she was going when she left?
She said she was gonna serve the papers on the husband. Said that would take the smile off his face. If you ask me, she was scared. And the drink was for Dutch courage.
So you let a 21-year-old girl who was stone drunk just walk off into the night?
I'm sorry about what happened, I really am. But I pour drinks. I don't claim to have the answers to everyone's problems.
Ah,
Why are you
falsch.
stalling
Shit,
us,
ist das
Aguilar?
falsch?
You're making yourself a suspect.
All I tried to do was help. And you come in here, into my bar, and you start asking me these questions.
What's your shoe size?
What? I take a broad 9, wide feet.
Ah. Da draußen habe ich jemanden gesehen. Und sollten wir mal vorknüpfen.
A waitress. Can I have another spoon?
Was ist denn hier los?
So, how's your tuna fish salad?
Sir, do you work here?
Sorry, pal, just making deliveries.
From where?
Just Pig Fruit Market across the street.
Fruit market delivers here?
Yeah, sure does. The Mexes love a little slice with their tequila.
We found a crate a lot like the ones you're wheeling there, except it was filled with booze. You know anything about that?
What? No, we deliver all over the place, officer. Don't tell them where the boxes end up. Excuse me, I have to get on with this.
Fine, thanks.
Wieder sehr begeistert. Ah.
Where's that goddamn place?
You ought to meet
Wo haben wir
Joe's
jetzt
buddy.
geparkt? Da haben wir geparkt.
Really? Hey, honey, what
You're behind the wheel. And where exactly are we going?
Zum Obstmarkt.
Another letter? I thought the letter was from a nut.
These letters? Brown and handsome, see if they are genuine. From him.
Now he sent another.
I really hate this fuck. This Black Dahlia guy. Seen the body? Fucking cased his nozzle blades guts. Hollow. Every prom queen from every fucking hick town in America turns up here. Where do they end up? Gutted. Fucking side.
Ich hasse diesen Typen als Partner. Ach, der ist auch schon angekommen.
The handbags was left just up there, overlooking the market.
Could have come here from the start and saved ourselves a day's legwork.
Lauferei? Warum Lauferei? Aber sprechen wir erstmal mit dem Besitzer hier.
Sir, Wait, you look familiar.
Hey, from the bar, right? What brings you here?
LAPD, Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney. What can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
Markante Halskette. Ach ja, falls es euch noch nicht aufgefallen ist, das ist der Schauspieler von Charme, zauberhafte Hexen. Brian Krause, so hieß er, glaube ich.
Maybe you got time to stand around, copper. I don't.
Ja, ja.
She was wearing a necklace?
I didn't notice.
You weren't paying attention, Feeney?
Hey, you're getting the wrong idea.
Exactly how much fruit do you sell here after midnight, Clem?
Look, not much. I sell the odd bottle on the side to the after-hours crowd. But I don't want any trouble. I'm just trying to make a buck.
Kontakt mit dem Opfer.
The young lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. Used the phone for a cab and then left.
Ich habe keine Beweise, ich muss es anzweifeln.
You already knew Mrs. Maldonado, didn't you, Clem?
Sure, I met her before. She seemed like a nice lady. Her husband went apeshit one day when he caught me talking to her. She hadn't been back until last night.
Und die letzte Frage.
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
Can you describe the car?
Brown Ford Coupe, I think. She seemed to know the guy.
Do you mind if we look around?
Why would you want to do that?
Because we say so.
I guess you can. Hey, don't you have to get a court order or something? I have rights.
Clem? Shh.
Clem? Shh. Lol.
I got a callback for that Universal Chorus line.
So, was haben wir hier Schönes? Wir sollen uns hier umschauen, aber ich weiß nicht, was ich hier finden soll. Ich schaue mich mal hier um. Alkohol.
No wonder he stays open late at night. People have to get their vitamins. Check through this stuff before we get back out there.
Na gut. Was haben wir hier? Oh, was haben wir denn da? Ein blutiges Skalpell.
Why cut someone who was already dead?
It's a typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually feels they can do whatever they like. Must have seen it during the war.
Was haben wir hier? Ein Brecheisen. Nicht sehr interessant. Oh, was
So
haben wir
what
da?
are we hiding in here? This thing needs a combination.
Oh. Wie ist die Kombination? Ich probiere es jetzt einfach mal. Zack, zack. Nein. Moment. Ah. 2. So. Ah, ist richtig. Geschafft. Wir haben es geschafft. Was haben wir da Schönes? Oh, so ein blöder Christusspruch. Was haben wir da? Das ist das ist doch vom ja. So, was haben wir noch?
This fruit stall punk gets about 10 seconds to explain before I pull his fucking arms off.
Clem!
Oh nein. Verdammt. Eine Verfolgungsjagd.
God damn it, get after him, Cole! I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Hat er dabei.
Should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Belt.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do. Hit him, Cole! Spit him out!
Verdammt.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect.
Der ein Schwein.
Hit it! Clean this asshole off the road. Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
You're a sick man, Clem. You need help.
Ja, ganz viel.
Outstanding job on this case, gentlemen. The poor woman can now rest in peace. I'll pay the fiend a personal visit myself and remind him that crime in this city does not go unpunished. When they finish with him at the receiving hospital, we'll have him up before the grand jury. I have a meeting this afternoon with the mayor lads. I'll be sure to mention your names. Now, on your way.
Ich mag diesen Captain nicht. Der ist doof. Aber sich erstmal selber eine Flasche mit nach Hause nehmen. Die korrupten Polizisten von 1940, wie ich sie hasse. Ich würde sagen, ich beende jetzt hier die Folge. Bleibt mir gewogen und bis morgen. Ciao!